Hello.
Can you hear my voice now?
Yes, beautiful. How are you?
I'm so excited.
Yes, me too. So excited for the Day 3 Virtual Summit 2025. You are looking so pretty.
Oh, thank you very much. You're so sweet.
Thank
Woman
you.
likes to hear that sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining this Day 3 Virtual Summit 2025. So before you start your presentation, I would like to introduce you to the audience. So welcome on stage Brenda O'Neill. She's a dynamic advocate for women in leadership, blending over 30 years of executive experience with a mission to break barriers and foster inclusivity. With a background in both business and nutrition, she has spearheaded multi-million dollar projects, mhm, mentored women in corporate spaces, and built high-performing teams. A compelling speaker on leadership, resilience, and diversity, she has shared the stage with influential figures like Sage Levant. As a founder and CEO of Women in Action Leadership Series, Brenda now dedicates her expertise to coaching women, helping them elevate their careers and claim the success they deserve. Wow, that's a really great achievement by Brenda. So good luck, Brenda.
That's a great introduction.
Thank
So
you.
do I just stay here for now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to confirm, Brenda, are you sharing your presentation?
Okay, you're starting? Okay. So you're going to do the intro first, right?
I think it was already done.
Oh. Okay,
You
so
cannot hear me? You cannot hear me?
I can hear you. So you can hear me fine, right? And
Yes.
somebody's going to be doing the slides, correct?
Okay. Have you shared your presentation already, you
Yes.
said?
Yeah, I did send it in several days ago.
Oh, fine. Okay. Let's give me a few seconds. I'll get back.
Okay.
Just give us some time. Our technical team is working on it. Yes, our team is working on it, Brenda. Can you hear
They
me?
found They found the slides?
Yes, yes. We are
Yeah.
sharing the presentation. Let me
Okay.
know you can able to see, okay?
I won't be able to see the slides?
No, let me know if you are able to see the slides. We will share the screen right now, okay?
Okay, you'll share the slides in the background. So as I talk, they'll just move the slides with
Yeah, yes.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
is
say
that it?
yes, just say thumbs up or just say next slide.
Okay. Okay, I do this when I want the next slide.
Like this.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes,
Okay.
and you can hear me fine, right?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Good
Okay.
luck.
Now, hello, ladies. There was a time when I did not want to be a leader, but the encouragement from aspiring mentors ignited a passion in me that would change my life forever. But after 30 years in the corporate world, I saw how women held themselves back because of fear and because of societal expectations. There weren't enough women becoming leaders in the workplace. However, together, we can break free from those chains that held us back, and women can stand up as leaders and show our power. Well, at the same time, ladies, we're going to be helping the future generation of female leaders. So, welcome to the case for women in leadership and why the world needs you. This morning, we're going to be discussing the areas of why, if women held a larger percentage of leadership roles in the workplace, how that would not only help society as a whole, but it would help the future of leadership. There is no limit to what we as women can do, and no limit to what we can accomplish. On this next slide by Michelle Obama, one of my favorite ladies of all times, I find that her powerful quote resonates with all of us women. Ladies, I'd like you to take a moment and think about what this powerful quote means to you. There is no limit to what we as women can accomplish. If you agree, pop a yes in the chat and let's see how many yeses we can get. When I looked at her powerful quote, what resonates with me so quickly is unlimited potential. We as women have so much potential that we don't tap into. What this tells us is we all have our own dreams and we all have our own passions, but we have to go after those goals and go after those passions. Number two would be to inspire collaboration. Have you worked with a groups of women that when you work together, you actually feel how you inspire each other and how you can lift each other up? Because women together create this powerful network that no one can break down. The third point is dare to dream big. How big are your dreams and your aspirations? My dream when I started in the corporate world was to be a vice president of a sector. It took me years to get there, but I did it and I was happy I did. So always dream to dare big and go after what you want for you. Legacy of empowerment, by realizing what your potential is, you're not only going to pave the way for you, but you're paving the way for generations of women to come. So, together, let's inspire all women to embrace their strengths and help them continue on their legacy of empowerment. There is no changing what is happening in the global world today unless we as women stand up. So, in the rapidly changing global landscape, imagine that only 32% of women globally hold senior managerial positions today. And the need has never been more urgent for women to step forward. Another statistic shock that I researched was that according to the McKinsey's report, if we continue to see this level and this slow progress that we're seeing today with women in leadership roles, it's going to take 135 years. Can you imagine 135 years to close that gap? I know I won't be here. It will be, will it be our children's children? So, ladies, this is not just a statistic. It reflects also the missed opportunities in society for our progress. So, why has this happened? Stop and think, why does only 32% of women today globally hold these senior managerial positions? I'm excited to share my thoughts, but I would appreciate it if you would write some of your thoughts. What are your thoughts as to why this is occurring? And just pop your thoughts in the chat. Reasons why this has happened for women. Research shows that approximately 60% of women will actually just not pursue leadership roles. And that's due to such factors as our fear of failure. Women, we judge ourselves much more than men. So we have that fear of failure. We also suffer from the imposter syndrome. And those are the feelings that I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I landed here mere by chance. The imposter syndrome holds back so many women. And it's up to us to help women, all of us that are in leadership today. We need to talk openly about these challenges that women face. And at the same time, encourage women, take their strengths, push away and push back from fear, and put that fear in your backpack. But don't let it stop you from what you want. Also, let's just think about the cultural norms, those gender stereotypes. I'm sure many of you have worked with these people. I was told many times throughout my career that women don't have enough strength or power to hold these senior positions. Well, I was proud that I held those men and I made them regret what they said because it empowered me more to go towards a senior leadership position and help women. Society still looks at the fact that women should be wives and homemakers. I'm a wife. I was a homemaker. I had a child. And was it easy? No, to move up in management. But that was my goal. And we have to work and push and get some support from whoever we can. I had a lot of support from my family so that I could move forward and meet my dreams. Also, in the workplace, there aren't enough mentorship. Mentorships are typically handed to men before they are to women. I mentored women throughout my career, and I continue to mentor women and coach women because I believe there is such a need for women in leadership. And ladies, that doesn't just matter being a leader of a CEO, being a CEO of an organization. When you're a mom, you're a leader of your household. So there's so many attributes that go together, whether you're leading as a CEO, as a VP, as a manager, or as a mom. Work-life balance, that's where all that comes into play. And also think of the income. Women on average still only earn 78 to 80 cents of every dollar that a man earns. You speak of inequality. I've seen some change and movement, but there's still a long way to go. And women in other countries have a harder time than a lot of us do in the countries that we live in. So we have to appreciate them as well. Next, I want to speak to, how do you think the world would look like if there were equal opportunity positions? What would that look like? Have you thought about what it would look like? Think of diverse perspectives. An increase of females in leadership would bring these diverse viewpoints. Our points are different than men, but our viewpoints are valuable. And in many ways, we bring different viewpoints and different insights than men do to the workplace. So we as women, we do create more innovative solutions, and we're great problem solvers. With higher collaboration, women tend to promote collaboration and teamwork. I saw this in the corporate world. Women created those teams. They foster their network. They help their network grow. And thus we bring this positive organizational culture to the workplace. Also focus on social responsibility. Female leadership, we delve into social issues. We're apt to look more at champion issues, being champions for the workplace, being champions for teams. And we're more so the champions for welfare in the world. When there's a shift in gender norms, and we're going to push, and I hope you'll all push to see this, we will see how society will change and how they will move and empower the future generations to not only aspire them, but to help them grow after what they want. And balanced decision making. Teams with women balance more decision making. We bring more decisions of value that include people because we're nurturers by nature. That's the way we are. And with this impact, we are actually going to be seeing multiple stakeholders' needs, and we'll identify with them. Ladies, always keep in mind that you bring these unique insights and approaches that can lead to innovative solutions. Next, we're going to speak to the different outcomes. What could we see with the different outcomes if there were more female leaders in the workplace and we move that needle away from 32%? What would we see? What would we see in business? What will we see in politics and community initiatives? We definitely would see enhanced growth because research shows that companies that have female leaders on the top tend to perform better financially, and they contribute more to the economic growth. Think of examples that come to my mind think of the Fortune 500 companies. Companies like General Motors, Citi, Also, think of the Bank of America. We had the tech giants like IBM and Cisco. These are all run with the top leaders being women. We would definitely see better policies. In politics, more women will lead and go after the advocacy that we need. We're more apt to address healthcare, education, family, support, and support the broader diverse communities that exist today. We definitely see that increased community engagement where female leaders definitely excel in building stronger communities, stronger relationships, and initiatives. And as I mentioned, with diverse populations. In my sector that I ran for a very billion-dollar organization, I pushed for equality, for diversity in my team. And I can tell you, I feel that I was more successful with a diverse population. Every woman brings their uniqueness to the table. We will also see this inequality that continues to exist today because women need that representation. And we will tackle, as I mentioned, the systemic inequalities that happen today for equal rights in multiple forms and in multiple networks. When ladies lead, they pave the way. And I'll say this several times. We need to pave the way for young girls and future female leaders, creating that positive feedback and helping them recognize that, wow, they can become a leader and a leader of whatever type of leader they want to be. And we can help them by seeing our creativity and our inspiration and how they see us as role models. Young women see women of today as role models. Did you remember seeing the picture that they had on TV with when Kamala Harris was running for president and that small, short girl, that little girl with pigtails was looking at her with such admiration? I can still see the visual to this day. So ladies, never forget, in leadership roles, you are the powerful agents of change. Because when women lead, everyone wins. I'd like to talk a bit about how can we help? What are the different perspectives that we as women can help? We have discussed how the world could look if there were more female leaders. And I believe it's very impressive. So please, Papa, yes, if you agree that this has to happen and we have to work together. So I want to focus on 3 key initiatives that I could see become our call to action. Because believe me, ladies, this is a defining crisis, and your leadership is essential to what's going to happen in the world moving forward. Number 1 is to recognize that the world needs you to step up as role models and mentors. I was a mentor for many years for women in business to help them grow up in their fields and move on if that was the case that happened. But we have to do that. We have to help the mentors. We have to mentor these young women, and we also have to be role models for them. We are the ones that are responsible today for lifting up the community and building the community of empowered female leaders. So why not inspire and empower women in the next generation to do the same? And then what we will see are these ripples effects of more female leaders. Ladies, why not see that visibility, your visibility in your careers and in your workplaces are the leadership roles that all women and young women need to see. And you will have that ripple effect become waves and waves and waves of change. Also, why not pay it forward? When I grew up the corporate ladder, I went after getting more and more women ready to be prepared to go on to senior positions that came. Because if I wasn't doing it, no one in my sector was going to do it, trust me. That's why empowerment is so key to women. So I say again, when you go up the corporate ladder, lend out your hand. And why not extend that hand to that woman who's beneath you that you know can go on, or those women? There might be several women that you can help. Because I also think, as role models, the amount of difference you can make. You will help to build confidence. You will help ladies and women identify their goals. They'll step outside their comfort box. They'll do it when they know someone is there for them. And they're going to take risks, and they're going to do new things, and they're going to try new things like they never tried before. And also, ladies, why not be a mentor? Provide that guidance, provide that insight, open doors for women that probably would never have opened. Provide that confidence and that insight and that empowerment. Women will listen, and women need to listen, and they will. But the role models have to be out there, and the mentors have to be out there. And keep in mind that every time that you mentor another woman, you're contributing to a legacy of strength for the next generation of women. Only then will we increase the power and our numbers, because we have to help every female win. And ladies, if you're looking also to excel in your own career, many women, I hope, on the call are, right? It is so essential because they need to help us and help other female women take on those leadership roles to make all the changes that I mentioned we can make. We are the change makers. The second one I have is advocating for policy change. Why not help support work-life balance? At my senior meetings as a VP, we spoke about how can our organization help implement friendlier policies for women so that they can work flexible hours. Is there not any way we can help them with daycare? Ways that can empower women to be the best that they can be so that they can thrive at work and at home. And why not push for diversity initiatives? I mentioned that earlier, ladies. Diversity was very important to me, and it made my team much more successful. So we have to look in diversity in all areas of leadership, and also as leaders look how we can help these ladies. Lobby for those diversity, those diverse hiring practices. I did lobby for that because there are so many female candidates that are out there that are so worthy of these positions. So why not continue to raise your awareness? Use your awareness, use social media platforms, and spotlight what gender disparities are out there today, and gender disparities that are in the workplace. And together, let's foster that dialogue and drive that change to move forward. Number 3 is why not dig deeper and help with training sessions within your organization or training sessions that you do on your own. I offer free master classes for women, and I'll continue to do that. When I was in business as a VP, I pushed for training programs for my team. When I did their annual performance reviews, I put on there that this lady will value from this lady will value from that, and get it in the budget because these people need the support. Host workshops on your own. Help see what's available in your organizations. If you don't belong to LinkedIn, I ask all ladies to join LinkedIn. They host so many free leadership workshops for women. You can take on your own time and you can get certificates. And every certificate matters when you go out there and you're looking for a career today. Also, I think about why not celebrate success? I love celebrating success. Women should celebrate success more often. We hold everything in. We don't think often that it's worth celebrating us. No matter how small that rock is or how big of a hill you build, you deserve to celebrate your success and celebrate your team's success all the time because we deserve it. Several of my clients actually have accomplishment journals that they did through our course, one of my courses. And I thought that was so amazing because I say when you're feeling down, go and have a look what you did. It doesn't matter how big or how small it was. What mattered was that you did it. Next, I'm going to just do a very short story of me to help you all understand where I got to be where I am today. And I believe many of you will actually see yourselves in me. We also have the slide up for my contact information, my email, my website, which is www.wialseries.com. So I am Brenda Sari O'Neill, and I am the founder and the CEO of my Women in Action Leadership Series, Inc. As mentioned, I was in the corporate world for 30 years, and I love my job. Everything changed during the pandemic, as I'm sure it did for many of you on this call or many of your family members. My multi-million dollar sector fell 80% overnight. This led to massive layoffs in my sector. I had to relocate my senior team because I didn't want them to lose their positions. We went after benefits for our employees. And this added piles of work to my role as well, because a lot of senior management was gone. So what did this do to me? My anxiety increased, my stress levels increased. And in fact, ladies, I felt like a mess. I don't know if you've ever been there. I'm sure many of you may have different times of your life, but I felt like a mess. During the second year of the pandemic, I started to feel my anxiety worsen. I was becoming more exhausted, more tired. I was avoiding self-care, thinking, oh, I'll just go on. Until one day, I saw that my spark was moving. It was leaving me. So I gave myself permission. Many women wouldn't give themselves the permission, but I gave myself the permission to leave my corporate job, not knowing what it was all going to hold for me because I wasn't ready to retire. I'm a busy mind and a busy woman. I always have a lot going on. But I took that 6 months sabbatical, the best thing I ever did. Because with that, ladies, that helped me, right? See my path. As I mentioned earlier, with the women that I have researched, they actually did help with IBM and in Cisco, they helped to build the future framework that we see today. What is actually helping in all types of industries with their technology and spreading the technology that they did. The female leaders in IBM build a teamwork like the company had never seen before. And they helped to raise not only the awareness for women in the workforce, but also they helped to increase the numbers and numbers of millions of dollars that they brought to IBM through their thoughtful thinking, through looking into the future, through not being stuck on what they're doing, to being strong enough to go and say, I know how we can raise our revenue 10, 15%. Just give me the chance. So I thought it was important to mention that because I can see one of the ladies was asking that question. So going back to me, what I did with that sabbatical, I took my coaching certification. I also took my training certification, even though I'd been a certified trainer, but I did extra studying on training and presenting that I know will do me good and do, I would say, improve everything that I do and what I'm working with women. Because it showed me that I was meant to take my knowledge, my know-how, my experience, and continue supporting women, whether that's in their home life or whether that's in their professional life. And during that time, I also created a 7-module training program for women in leadership called Unleash Your Brilliance. I've had 18 women go through that course with me last year. The changes that course has made in their lives, half of those ladies have gone on to higher positions, which can only melt my heart for the passion that these ladies wanted to move forward. So ladies, we do make those changes. So putting all of that together, that's how I created the Women in Action Leadership Series, how it came into play. The company is going on 2 years old, but I was never happier that I made the change. I'm on my right path for me. So on my website, what you would see on my website is more information about me, also information, yes, my biography, a brief introduction of me, because it's not all about me, but also my program for women, my coaching program, where I do the hour discovery call with the women to identify the problem first and see how I can best help. So, ladies, you will notice that as we are almost coming to the end, obviously, of what I'm talking about, that we have a lot to do, but there is a lot we can do. And I'm so proud of that. When people take a mentorship role, and ladies I've mentored, what it helps give them is, and learning them, obviously, knowing more about them. But what I've seen most is it has helped give them the confidence to move forward, the confidence to go after jobs, positions that they would have never went after. Because the majority of the women that I was working with were held back because of fear. Even had families tell them that they weren't strong enough to move forward, that they were a mom, they had to stay at home. So there's a lot of things that we can do to inspire and help women. And that's my passion. And that's what I have put my career as now, moving forward. So I actually look at my career as being a transitional coach for women, that helping them overcome fear so that they confidently achieve, whether that's the personal or professional goals that they want. I went from being a unit manager of a large college university to being a VP of a sector for a multi-million-dollar world company. So the capabilities are there, and you have the capabilities. First, I want to thank the Icon Conference Group for this opportunity to speak to you all today. I've been looking so forward to it. And I'd like to thank everyone who took their time to come and to listen. So I thank you all. I'm wishing you all good health, good happiness. I'm hoping that I'll see many of you again and meet you throughout my program. Ladies, in closing, I'm just going to say that your voice matters. Speak up, step out, and together let's change the world. If you have any future questions, please reach out to my website. I thank you all once again for attending, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So have a great day. Bye.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much, Brenda.
Thank you. It was a true pleasure, Melinda. I enjoyed it. And I hope the ladies understand that they can just reach out to my website and ask any questions, and I'll give them additional information.
Okay, sure. You really kept everyone engaged from start to finish. Welcome, Brenda, for your great presentation today. Yes, we do have a questions. So as per your request, we will send your questions directly to your email address. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, and please do join other speaker sessions and post your.
I will. I tend to. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Hi, everyone. Please do join our next speaker. She's waiting on backstage.